Welcome guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode you join me today where I'm going to break down my new tackle box. There are hundreds and hundreds of different tackle boxes on the market. Now, in order to store your terminal tackle, hooks, lines, everything that you need to fish, you can choose from a selection of tackle boxes. There are hard tackle boxes, there are tackle cases, there are EVA tackle pouches. There's a number of different ways how you can store your end tackle, and for me, I believe it's personal preference. However, it is entirely up to you, but there are different tackle boxes for different people suited to the way that they angle. If you've been following me on social media and obviously on this channel as well, you will know that I am all about staying mobile and travelling light. Your regular tackle box, for example, your regular hard tackle box is going to be fairly large, to be fair, because you're going to have to fit everything that you need to take in one box. Now, this can become cumbersome because then you have to find a tackle bag in order to accommodate that. For me though, I believe that I've absolutely nailed it with this little setup. I've got rid of the hard tackle box and tackle pouches, and what I've gone for is a completely different approach, which has enabled me to completely strip down all of my end tackle and take just exactly what I need to the bank. This is what I'm talking about. Now, I have separated all of my terminal tackle basically into two EVA pouches, which I'll explain in a second. Essentially what I've done is I've got my first EVA tackle pouch, if you like. I've got this, and this has got all of the bits and pieces that I don't routinely use, but I may need them on the bank. So I'll pop this away to one side and I'll go through this in a little second. My main tackle bag slash pouch slash box is going to be this. Now, this is the Korda Compact. You can buy these from most retailers online, and I believe it's definitely the most streamlined and effective way to strip down all of your end tackle and terminal tackle needs, because everything fits in just perfectly. Obviously, it is durable. It's absolutely compact. You have a nice clear EVA top here, like hard plastic, okay, and on the bottom we've got an EVA base as well, which is waterproof, and this is to a certain degree watertight, okay. So if you do leave it out on the bank, your terminal tackle on the inside is not going to get wet. So we'll go on inside then, and I'll explain exactly what I carry in this tackle box. Now then, first of all, we'll undo the zips. We have two zips, so you can either just use the one or do them both together, however suits you. And essentially inside, this is what it looks like. So taking a look on the inside then, obviously we've opened the lid up now, and we have a small zip compartment on the actual lid itself. Now, this is mesh, okay, however it's also got a plastic lining on the inside as well, so if you did have some smaller items of tackle, for example crimps or anything like that, you could potentially store them in there, or if they were in their own particular box and they came out, you're not going to lose them within the actual box itself. So in here then, what I have is all of my spares. So I have spare shrink tubes, I have spare lead clips, buffer beads, I've got some small hooks there, some small size 18 match hooks for my zig rigs, okay, when I'm fishing with maggots and zigs. So all of my spare stuff goes in that top there, so it doesn't cram it out too much because I don't carry that much. Heading on further into the actual tackle box itself then, I have 3 of the Nash Box Logic boxes, and I'll go through these in a second. But moving on into the actual container itself then, obviously we've got that EVA base. So what I carry then is some fluorocarbon, okay, some fluorocarbon hook link. This is Cattrans Phantom. It's absolutely fantastic. It can be crimped. It's got extreme knot strength as well, and it's extremely abrasive resistant. I have done a video on that separately, so head onto the channel and find out about that, because you'll need some of that. Moving on then, I've obviously got some of my coated hook link material then, so I've got obviously Hameleon, and I've got Tarantul as well. These are both fantastic lines. You're getting 20 meters on a spool there as well, so yeah, I don't go anywhere without them. They're unbelievable. I've got some chod material as well for making those chod rigs, okay. Don't go anywhere without chod rigs. I fish with them quite regularly, so I do need some of that material, okay. Heading on back inside then, okay, so I've got some of the Catran Braid scissors, these are absolutely fantastic. If you're sick and tired of fraying your braid when you're cutting it, then these are going to be for you. Those are available on rccarpfishingtackle.co.uk along with all of my hook link materials as well. At the end of the video, I'll give you a discount code so you can head over there, buy all of your Catron products and also some of the other terminal tackle that RC Tackle sell. Moving on in then, we've got some bait floss. Obviously we need some bait floss. I've got a couple of lighters. If you just have one, you can almost guarantee that that will break or get wet. Got some split shot, okay, some leads, basically for when I create my multi-rigs, combo rig, something, I'd always like to just put a split shot on the bottom. I just find that that's more effective for me, especially if you're fishing on a lake bed where there are crayfish around. We've obviously got a selection of different baiting needles and latch needles and stuff for splicing. Obviously need those if we're going to be making our own leaders, okay. I've got knot pullers, line strippers, okay. I've got my 5-in-1 Catron multi-tool. This is absolutely fantastic. If you believe you don't need it, get one and you'll realise why you do. And then I've got some tungsten as well, okay, some tungsten putty. And I've got some anti-corrosion hook point sort of wax, if you like, just to protect those hook points, stop them from rusting up once you've sharpened them. So that's all of the main bits and bobs that I have inside my tackle pouch itself, along with the 3 Nash Box Logic boxes, okay? These were specifically purchased for a reason. Obviously Nash do a lot of these different configurations, but these I believe are the ones that you're going to need if you want to mimic the sort of setup that I'm going with. The first one then I've got is the 8-box compartment, so try without spilling everything just to show you that. So inside here then I have got my hook beads, I've got some kickers, I've got some double ring swivels for inline drop-offs if I was using those. I've got some heli swivels, I've got some Ronnie swivels as well, some bait screws, some bait swivels. So pretty much everything I need to make my rigs are in there, and hook components if you like. The next box itself then, this is going to be the 2-box configuration. See that? So in here I've got some anti-tangle sleeve, some shrink tube, and I've got my zig rig bits as well, because when I'm zig fishing, it's generally spur of the moment. If my bottom baits aren't working and I feel like the weather's warming up, I'll then just need to quickly stick on a zig rig. So I'll have my zig foam in there along with the actual zig aligners as well. Moving on to the final box, it's none other than the Nash hook box. So obviously I predominantly sharpen all of my hooks, okay. I use the Nash Pinpoint Hook Doctor. I think it's a fantastic bit of kit. So once I've sharpened all of my hooks, they get popped into this box and they're well protected, and I know that when I pull a hook out of this box, it's going to be absolutely sharp. So that is all of my essentials that I'm going to need when I'm on the bank. I can just quickly grab this pouch and I know that there's going to be, most of my things are going to be in there in order for me to make rigs. So what I have done as well is I've also got a separate Nash EVA pouch. This is the clear one, okay, and in here I have got all of my odds and ends, bits that I'm not going to use. It's a bit of a mess. I just chuck everything in there. I may need it, I might not, but it's there if I do. So moving on in here then, I've obviously got crimp tool, okay, we need that. I've got some pop-up corn as well. They've all fallen out, so they're all everywhere. I've got some zig line as well. So obviously I fish zigs quite a lot, so they're in there anyway. I've obviously got some boom material, okay, for those stiff booms. I've got some zig floats as well, small controller as well. Just bits and bobs that I'm just sort of like, I can't go without, but I don't use them all that often. I've got some spare leader material there, bread bombs. They go everywhere with me. That's why I've got them in this particular pouch, because if all else is failing, you never know, you might just be able to get them off the top. And I've got spare hooks in here. All of my hooks are from RC Tackle, okay, they're absolutely amazing. I've got some spare leaders, some clear leaders, okay. And then in the bottom here, I've just got the rest of the Zig sets. So the rest of the components to go with the Zig rigs, all right. And then all of the sweet corn, the pop-up sweet corn that's fallen out, the pop-up maize. Some more bread bombs, but yeah, pretty much everything that I can't really go without, but I don't use all that often, sits in this. So that's a very quick insight into the actual tackle pouches that I use. Okay, I don't use the tackle box, I just use these 2 pouches, and this accommodates for every need that I'm going to need on the bank. However, there are a couple of smaller pouches, okay. The first one is going to be the small Nash pouch, okay, and in here I've just got a bunch of ready-made leaders, some with inline leads attached straight away, okay. It's a bit of a mess, but you know what, if I need to grab a quick inline setup for maybe a solid bag or whatever, it's there, it's tied up, it's already attached to the lead, and they've got a quick change swivel on the end as well. So that for me is a really good little pouch, okay. And the last one is going to be just a small lead pouch. It's all by Nash, okay. And then I'll just keep a handful of leads in there. So that's perfect. I don't carry too much. I used to carry hundreds of leads for no apparent reason, so I've stripped them right back, and that just helps. But this set alone, so this set of pouches comes as a oneer. So you can buy that from Nash, or all of the main retailers sell it. It's basically a 3 pouch set, which you can buy. I believe it was around £20. So it's not that expensive, but it's enough to hold your odds and ends in like myself, along with leads and maybe leaders or whatever else you wanted to put in that. So that's a nice little set. And then obviously I've just got the Corda Compact, which holds all of my terminal tackle in. So yeah, that is how I've managed to streamline everything. I believe it's the best way. You might disagree. However, I believe that tackle boxes, tackle pouches, setups are all very individual, because you know how you fish, you know what you're going to need the most. Sometimes people's brains work differently. They like lots of compartments where they can just quickly pick stuff. That's not really for me. I just like to have one little pouch where I can just have a quick route round, grab something, I'm good to go. All of the terminal tackle that I use, so all of the ring swivels and bits and bobs for the terminal tackle, hooks, all of my Catran hook link materials, fluorocarbons, main lines, tools, they all are from RC Tackle. So you can visit their website. It is www.rccarpfishingtackle.co.uk. They sell everything that I have in these 2 pouches, and everything that I use terminal tackle wise. If you're happy to shop on there and you find some bits that you really like, especially the Catran stuff, I can't speak highly enough of the Catran stuff. So for example, the Tarantul and the fluorocarbon Phantom, okay, 2 really good hook link materials, okay. Catran are on RC Tackle's website, so you can pick from a selection of Catran products, drop them into the checkout, and if you can hit code BEN10, you'll be able to get 10% off your entire order. So if you're going to use the 10%, just order, if you need to stock up, order quite a bit, because that 10% is going to knock a hell of a lot off at the end. So yeah, make sure you visit that website, check out the products they've got on there. They've got some fantastic products. Fill your basket up, head to checkout, hit BEN10, and you get 10%. I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who's been watching the videos. It really helps the channel. I'm really glad to see that people are commenting and letting me know their thoughts on the videos. I love engaging with you guys. If you do like this video, then please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share it if you can, and drop me a comment below. Let me know what your setup is. Let me know how you store your end tackle and terminal tackle when you go fishing. I'd love to know and see some different aspects and different views on how to store your equipment. That's it for this episode. I will be back. We have a ton of videos in the pipeline. I just want to keep giving you guys more hints, tips, and all things carp fishing. I just want to give as much information to you guys as possible. You know, I've been doing it for over 20 years now. I think I've earned the right to sort of give my thoughts on it, and my information. Obviously the stuff that I do works for me. It might work for you, it might not. but I'm here to share those and hopefully help you guys on your journey to catching more fish. So I'll see you in the next one.